Ah boy, yes. Monkey Meadow is one of the simplest maps in all of BTD6. Yet going late game on this map is one of the most complicated and challenging puzzles in the whole game. Today, I'm going to show you how I did it. How I got to round 300 on Balloons Tower Defense 6's simplest map. But let me tell you, even though the map's simple, getting to round 300 was not. To begin for the first 100 rounds, we are going to mainly have our focus on farming. In the early game, getting money is important. This is our chance to really focus on getting money and not focus on building huge defenses that will be required in the late game. And if we start farming now, we should have more than enough money to cover the entire run, since we won't actually get rid of those farms until around rounds 250. Yeah. After round 100, we will stop focusing on farming and start building our defense. The only really notable things we are going to do here, though, are create the VTSG and also make sure Adora turns into the Vengeful True Sun Goddess. But apart from that, nothing really notable until round 140. And we all know what comes on round 140, the fortified bad. And yep, it's hard, like really hard. It's really tough to pop, but these ones aren't that bad. And after round 140, we start to go into the randomized rounds. These rounds are completely random. The only rounds until round 200 that aren't random are rounds 163 and rounds 200 itself. Yeah. Apart from that, every other round is completely randomized. The balloons will have a set amount of health, but what balloons actually come is completely random. So yeah, that's fun. But still, until round 200, these waves don't get too tricky. And if we have a decent defense, we should be able to pop most of the balloons. Now, round 200 contains 2 fortified bads, and each of them have a health of about 2 million. Yeah, that's just lovely. So yeah, we've got to deal a total of 4 million damage that round. That's just great. And after round 200, all the randomized rounds can now include fortified bads. So that's just great. Now that we have got to the later rounds, such as round 250, we are beginning to get into the really, really, really tough rounds. These rounds are getting very close to the exit. We are getting very close to losing on some of these rounds. So we can just about keep it together for most of the rounds. Some are challenging, but most are stable. Well, now that we get into the 260s, it's virtually the same as the 250s, apart from the balloons are a bit tougher, but basically it is quite literally the same thing. There's no real noticeable difference. And now we're in the 270s. This is where most of my runs die. And this is where you have to get into the real high-level strats, save buffering. Essentially, if you are about to lose, rather than just letting the balloon go through the exit and seeing the dreaded defeat screen, right before the balloon goes through the exit, if you're sure you won't deal enough damage to pop it, you can immediately exit to the home screen and reload the round. This sends all balloons back to the start. Of course, their health resets, so it's not that OP, but this allows you to adjust your defenses before the balloons sneak through and cause you to lose. Yes. And trust me, you have to do this a lot in the later rounds, and I mean a lot. Like a lot. If you want any hope of getting through those later rounds, you'll need to do this like every other round. Like maybe the defense you set up can conquer the next round, but the round after that, yep. Sorry, just gotta go do some more save buffering. Yeah. But after you have done all that save buffering and pushed through the 270s, the 280s, and the 290s, you can finally get to round 300. Good. Defeat that round, and you'll have done it. You have conquered round 300 on Balloons Tower Defense 6's simplest map. Don't think that means that this was a simple task. It was no simple task. Although the map might be simple, getting far on it is not. See you in the next one. Goodbye.